All right, cool. All right, cool. Okay, we're going live on multiple platforms here. I'm waiting for the Instagram to connect. Seems like we're live. We're good on YouTube and we're live on TikTok. Just waiting for the, there we go, for the Instagram to connect. Okay, how you guys doing tonight? So this is going to be a very serious, informative live. Not too much joking tonight because something happened today. Okay, Instagram is there. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna have a very informative live tonight. So hope you guys can hear me on the YouTube channel. So if you guys something happens and we lose connection, hop over to IG. If you guys lose, hop over to the YouTube or the TikTok. I'm going to drop those information. You can't hear me. Can you guys hear me on Instagram? Instagram, can you guys hear me? Okay, no sound. Sorry about that. Bear with me. All right, so YouTube, can you hear me? TikTok, can you hear me? All right, I'm just restarting it. So it's going to be a very informative, very serious show tonight. No, and I know. Look, and please, me not being professional, please don't hold that against me. I just want to get as much information out there to you guys as possible. It's not about me monetizing it to YouTube and me trying to do it professional. It's just me getting as much information out as possible. So please, we're doing it ghetto, but I promise the information will not be ghetto. Okay? I'm just trying to get it out there. So don't hold it against me. So I will do more professional videos coming up, but so today, this kid walked up to me tonight in the gym and he really thanked me about the information that we were putting out here on the IG and on the YouTube. And he says really having the kid was overweight kid, and he was in the gym trying to make this happen, trying to make this work. Now, with that being said, he's trying to make this happen, work. When we get a bite at the apple, meaning we get a chance to change someone's life, we really got to make sure we get that done. We cannot drop the ball. So I want to make sure that you guys know when you guys make that decision okay, I want to lose weight, I want to get in shape, that you guys are basically doing it in the right way. So check this out. So this program tonight is about people that are at least 100 pounds to 120, 150 pounds overweight. And I'm going to talk about the do's and don'ts of losing that much weight. So, and you trainers as well, which a lot of you guys are, you guys can use some of this valuable information and put it in your arsenal to help people lose weight. So is everybody with me on that? Okay, so what happened was, like I said before, I met this guy today. He came up and he thanked me for me doing the lives. And sometimes, we forget about what we're doing here as far as, I forget about what I'm doing here as far as me putting out good content. So when you guys are on here and I see repeated people on here, we get kind of friendly and then I kind of like forget about why I'm doing this and I kind of lose focus. So I want to make sure that I keep the focus on great information, leading you guys in the right direction of your weight goals or bodybuilding things. But tonight, let's just focus on actual dramatic weight loss, 150-pound weight loss, 100-pound weight loss. And this is the same thing for women. So although it's for people who are really heavyweight, it applies to women and people who are super heavyweight. So first of all, let's start with the cardio. So cardio, we're going to use cardio is to get in the calorie deficit. We're going to use the cardio to get a calorie deficit, and we can get that in the fat burning zone to burn body fat. And when you're trying to do this, you don't want to focus on building muscle. And this was the issue I had with the guy tonight. They were working on building muscle, and the guy's 150, 100, 200 pounds overweight. Don't worry about building muscle at that point. Don't do that. Now, you worry about preserving muscle, but not building muscle. You guys got that? So weights are used to preserve muscle. So the way God designed the body, if you have a job to do, like lifting logs over your shoulders, God's going to bless you with bigger, stronger shoulders, right? That's what they're for, so you can complete your job to feed your family. Or let's say if you're I'm talking about caveman days. Let's say if you're a protector and you have to protect the village, he's going to make you strong and to complete your job. So with bodybuilding or weightlifting, we're manipulating that to give this visual illusion of what we're trying to do. We want to look big and strong, but we don't care anything about that. So let's use the weights as shaping, toning, and preserving muscle when trying to lose this large amount of weight. Everybody got that. We're not trying to get 22-inch arms. We're not trying to get 34-inch quads. We're trying to get as much body fat as possible, but we have to preserve the muscle because fat is burned inside of moving muscle. Everybody got that. Fat is burned inside of moving muscle. Remember that. Fat is burned inside of moving muscle. So if we're doing a diet with this huge calorie deficit, and basically we're sacrificing the muscle, we're not going to be able to burn that much body fat. We're going to lose that. So tech support is going to be dropping things here on the IG as I say them, so you guys got 24 hours to actually collect this information and apply it to yourself. So the whole thing about cardio is when weightlifting, you want to preserve the muscle. Preserve the muscle. Everybody write that down. You're trying to preserve the muscle, not build it. You're trying to preserve. If you're 300 pounds and you have 120 pounds of muscle, you want to preserve that. Don't think about getting 130 pounds of muscle. Think about preserving what you have, because fat is burned inside of moving muscle. Okay, now let's move on. So how do we preserve the muscle? That's done in two ways. We preserve the muscle by making the muscle useful. So remember, if you work your legs, that's gonna make the muscle where it's being used, and that way it won't atrophy. Okay, it won't atrophy. We have to work the muscles so they will not go away. Now, we don't beat them down. We make them so they won't go away. So for instance, if you're in a dieting phase and you don't train your legs will get small. The calorie deficit that you're in will sacrifice the muscle in your leg to get the job done. Now remember this, that fat is your savings account, muscle is your checking account. Fat is your savings account and muscle is your checking account. So fat is designed to stay there forever. It's designed that way. It's designed to be only used when it's completely necessary. So what we're doing, we're trying to trick the body and make it think that it's necessary to burn that fat through calorie deficit. Calorie deficit is burning more calories than what you put in. Okay? So now I'm going to get really specific here about some diets. Now remember, these are broad strokes, but I don't want you guys thinking that I'm talking a bunch of gibberish and just saying stuff. So we're actually going to do a diet. We're actually going to do a diet for someone that's 100 pounds overweight. Okay? Okay, now here we go. First of all, let's start with the diet. Now, people that are overweight, okay, there's two reasons that they're overweight. It could be multiple. Let's just deal with the top three. They could have a blown out thyroid. Now, how do you know? It's going to sound really weird. How do you know, Busy as a trainer, someone's thyroid is blown out? Look for thick necks. Look for bulging out eyes. That is a clear-cut sign that their thyroid is super active and blown out. So you see a woman come up to you and you see her neck is thick and you see her neck is thick and her eyes are kind of bugging out. I'm telling you, her thyroid is wrong. Something happened to it. She overacted it, or maybe she has cancer in the thyroid, or maybe it runs in her family. But something is wrong with that thyroid. Now, what is thyroid? What is metabolism? That's how many calories your body burns at rest. So just sitting there, this person with the regular thyroid can burn 6 calories per minute. This person with the blown thyroid burns only 1 calorie per minute. Okay, so, but working out, doing cardio, they all burn the same amount of calories. So the person with the blown thyroid has to be more mobile. They have to move more to get this weight off. Okay, and this goes for women. Women, they're not just gonna lose weight by eating clean. They have to work out and do cardio. Okay, so let's get back to the point. So let's say the thyroid is blown. We're gonna have to go talk to the doctor, and we're gonna have to get that tested, and we're gonna have to go on a regimen of some type of T3 or T4. There's different ones, but you consult with your doctor and find out what it is, and then you get that going for to get your thyroid right. Okay. And then why I want you to go to the doctor and do that, because what you don't want to do, you don't want to like be messing around with, and then you get discouraged about your diet. Okay. So the thyroid's blown, you're eating clean, you're doing all that stuff, and then nothing's happening. So you don't want to get discouraged by that. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. Go to the doctor and get your thyroid checked out right away. Let's find out what's wrong with it, and only get enough T3 or T4 just to regulate your thyroid, just to get it where it's normal. You don't want to raise it up too high, and you don't want to raise it down too low. And women, if you're dieting too, the same thing. Don't try to overdo T3 just to bring your thyroid, because what's going to happen is going to be super active, and when you come off, it's going to be inactive, or it's going to slow down, and they're going to create this problem. So don't do that. So get it checked out. There's a bunch of places that you guys can do your own blood work and find what it is, but don't self-medicate your thyroid. It's very hypersensitive. It can blow out really easy. So don't do that. So next thing. So thyroid inactive, that could be a problem. Next thing, the most common thing, too many calories. You're consuming too many calories. You're taking in 5,000 calories and you're only burning 2,000 calories. That's a surefire way to get overweight. So, but the good thing about that is what? When you're taking in 5,000 calories every day, and then you're only burning 2,000 calories throughout the day, so you have a surplus of 3,000 calories, and then you end up gaining 10 pounds for the month, that's good news. That's good news. You know why that's good news? That tells me that your metabolism and everything is working perfect. It means it's working perfect. When you see somebody eating hamburgers and French fries and pizza and donut and they're 300 pounds, there's nothing wrong with that. That tells you that their body is working perfectly fine. When you see a person eating brown rice and boiled chicken breast with no salt on it, and he's 300 pounds, then we have a problem, because now something's wrong. That's not normal. When you eat bad food, you're supposed to gain weight. That's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Eating good food and you're still out of shape, now we have a problem. Now we got a big issue. So now we have thyroid, too many calories, and then we have mostly, and I'm going to be a little racist here, mostly applies to women and applies to blacks. It mostly applies to women and applies to blacks. Insulin sensitivity. Now, this is the issue, okay? I'm going to do a little background of how this happened, what my thing is, because all the food is processed food. Most of the food that we eat comes from corn. Corn is horrible. It's not even a vegetable. And then they do this thing with the corn where they basically mutate it into something else, and they use it in all types of products, stuff like that. It's all totally messed up because it's corn. So now we got to eliminate the processed foods. We have to let them go. So no fast food, because the fast food, the problem is it makes you want to eat more. And then it creates too much insulin, and your insulin is already lazy or bad. So now the person's going to keep gaining weight. So a little bit quick about insulin, then we're going to get back to insulin sensitivity. So when you eat your food, your body breaks everything down in your stomach into this sludge. Then it goes into your intestines. It siphons into your intestines, okay? It siphons into your intestines. Once it goes into there, it goes in the form of glucose. Insulin comes in the stomach and lifts up the glucose and takes it to the cell, and then it goes into the cell. That's normal. Diabetes is this. The insulin comes, it takes the glucose, and it never makes it to the cell. It drops it off and just leaves it in the bloodstream, which is really bad for you. And now what happens is this, it never converts over into actual fuel. You get tired, you get lazy. So you have lazy insulin. So how do we combat that? We try to make as little insulin as possible. Insulin it's like this. Insulin, one time, sometimes it's good, most time it's bad. So we want to get as less insulin as possible. This is why we try to stay away from high glycemic foods like breads and white rice and cereals and candy. These are high glycemic foods that create more and more insulin to carry to the cell. And this is why, and insulin is a fat storage hormone, so it makes you gain weight. You can be on a calorie deficit, and then you could have, let's say in the calorie deficit, let's say you're taking 1,300 calories in, and 1,000 of those calories are from sugar. You're not going to lose weight because it creates too much insulin. And and rest of this, really important, write this down. The body cannot burn fat while insulin is present in the stomach. The body cannot burn fat while insulin is present in the stomach. So if you eat a donut, okay, your body, it will take insulin 1 hour to drive that to the cell. You cannot burn fat at that time. It is scientifically impossible to do that. So if you're on the treadmill and you're trying to lose weight and you're chugging Gatorade or you're drinking a sugar pre-workout, you cannot burn body fat at that time. Everybody got that? That's even for you bodybuilders. That's even for regular people. You cannot burn body fat while insulin in the stomach. And if you're drinking something sweet, you stop the fat burning process. You kill it. It's over. It's done. It doesn't happen. So please remember that. So let's get back to insulin. So you have this lazy insulin. It's not working properly. So what do? You stop creating too much insulin. So how do you do that? Low glycemic foods. What are low glycemic foods? Okay, write these down. Low glycemic foods are brown rice. Okay, and my favorite one is Fiber One cereal. If you ever got a diet plan from me, you got Fiber One cereal in that diet plan. Fiber One cereal, because it is low glycemic. It doesn't create much insulin, and it doesn't make the body create too much insulin, and it shovels right into the cell and is able to give you more energy. So get the original Fiber One cereal. Now that's my question. Chris, how much do we take? Now, let's say you've been eating burgers and fries and pizza and Mexican food or whatever. So let's start with a lot. Let's start with 2 cups of Fiber One cereal mixed with whey protein in the morning. Okay, let's start with that. So tech support is going to drop on the Instagram how many calories that is for that meal. We're going to do 50 grams of whey, and we're going to do 2 cups of Fiber One cereal. Okay. Now, somebody might say, well, Chris, why not oatmeal? Why not cream of wheat? Why not too much insulin? Fiber One will go like this. Oatmeal will go like this. White rice does this. It creates all this insulin, fat storage, and then it plummets you down. You're going to get tired in about an hour, hour and a half, or whenever you stop moving, you're going to get tired. So let's stay away from that, because I'm assuming that your insulin is bad, that it's lazy, that it's not efficient. So let's eliminate the white rice. Let's eliminate the white potatoes. All no. Let's eliminate the oatmeal, the cream of wheat, the multivitamin. Get rid of all that crap, bread, all of that stuff. Let's get rid of it. Okay. Boom. Fiber One cereal is going to be your primary carb source. Okay. And we're going to do whey protein. We're going to do whey protein, and we're going to do 2 cups of Fiber One cereal. Okay. That's your first meal. Now, this diet is made for somebody that's like 300 pounds, 100 pounds overweight. Okay. Fiber One cereal. I want you hungry. Okay. Now you remember, now that first meal, what's in there? We got whey protein, and we got Fiber One cereal. No fat. Because if you're really heavy, you want to get rid of the fat. You want to get rid of it. So now let's go to the next meal. So next meal, Now that next meal like this, it should be anywhere from 2 to 3 hours after the first meal. Why? Because your body eats every 1-2 hours. 1-2 hours. If you go 3.5 hours, for 30 minutes, your body is eating. Now, what is it eating? What is it consuming? Muscle? Yes, it's consuming muscle, and you don't want that. That's called going catabolic. We want to be anabolic, not catabolic. So we want to make sure we eat within 2 hours, 2.5. We're pushing it at 3. Because once you get hungry, especially if you're 300 pounds, once you get hungry, you're gonna eat anything. You can eat McDonald's, you're gonna eat this, you're gonna, it's not gonna work. So I would go 2 hours and then eat again. So when we got 7 o'clock, then we got 8, 9, and boom, we're eating again. Now we're eating again. Now, what should the next meal be? Let's go again. Let's do 2 chicken breasts and let's do 3 cups of brown rice. 3 cups of brown rice. Trust me, it's gonna be hard to get the brown rice down. So now I'm gonna give you a secret. He's like, well, Chris, I already know this. So, but let me tell you what you don't know. Whenever you dump out the fat, increase your sodium. So if fat, there's 2 ways to get flavor in food: salt and fat. So now we're taking the fat out, so we have to increase the sodium. You guys got that? We're taking the fat out, so we're gonna increase the sodium. So I would say do this. Let's do tenderloins. Don't do those big, thick chicken breasts. Do not do those. Do tenderloins. They're softer and they taste better and they're easier to marinate. Okay, you got that? Do tenderloins. If you can afford it, do the organic ones. If you can't, get the ones in the bag. Rinse them off real good because they have packing salt in them. Anytime you see some frozen meat in the refrigerator, in the freezer section, it has packing salt. And it will keep your weight up, just like it preserves that meat, it will preserve your body. So you kind of want to stay away from that packing salt, okay? Frozen meat has packing salt. So if you can afford it, get your tenderloins organic. It makes a huge difference, okay? It makes a huge difference from eating cheap chicken breast and organic chicken breast because it doesn't have the packing salt in it. And the top bodybuilders do not consume packing salt, okay? It's a slow death. So next thing. So we got 3 cups of brown rice. We got the chicken breast that you marinated in a sugar-free marinade. So you want sodium, but you do not want sugar in it or any type of carbs. You want the carbs very low. You want the fat very low, the carbs, but not sugar. Because sugar is going to create too much insulin and it's going to make you too hungry. Okay, so now here we go. We got first meal and we got the second meal, 3. We got 3 cups of brown rice. Even if you're a woman, shove it down. Get all of it down. Because I'm trying to create more fire, more flame, more fuel for the fire. Okay? So marinate the chicken breast, put soy sauce on the rice, use some type of not MSG, but some type of seasoning and make it taste good. You can. So what I do with my brown rice, I cook it and I cook the rice. I measure it out. I put butter flavored Pam in the skillet, flip it over, and then I put soy sauce and season and stuff like that in it on top of that, and it tastes pretty good. Okay? Boom, 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 brown rice. Now we're coming back 2 more hours. Now we're 3 meals in. So what are we going to do now? Fish, chicken, eggs, middle of the day. Don't put your eggs in the middle of the day because you don't want to be at the office eating boiled eggs. They taste horrible. It's not efficient. So you got to go back to another thing. I would say do lean turkey that you marinated all over again. Now, we had 2 high carb meals. Now we want to start decreasing the carbs because now we're getting later in the day. You don't put a bunch of fuel in your car and then put it in the garage. You put the fuel in your car before the workout in the early part of the day. Now when things start to decrease, let's start bringing the calories down. So now meal number 3, I would do turkey and I would do only 1/4 of a cup or 1/2 a cup of brown rice once again, okay? Why? Okay, I'm doing that because I'm bringing it down, but I would increase the turkey. I would do like maybe 6 or 7 ounces of turkey, marinate it, make it taste good, do what you have to do, and then you will get it down. Okay, now we're dropping the carbs down, we're slowly bringing them down, but the calories are staying about the same. Now, meal number 4. Meal number 4. So now it's the end of your day. Things are kind of slowing down a little bit. We got to get these egg whites in here because it is the best protein source on the face of the planet. It has the most, it's a fact, it's a complete protein. I mean, it has all the amino acids in it that you're going to need to actually maintain the muscle. Chicken's not full, steak's not full, turkey's not full, but amino acids in the egg white, it's all there. So we're going to have to get those egg whites in there to go ahead and keep the weight up. Now, this is beginner diet, and it's going to sound a little weird, and you're going to say, Chris, but why are we doing that? I'm giving it to you now so you won't take it later. So just say you do 10 egg whites. If you're a girl, let's go to 4. If you're a girl, I want 1 ounce of cheddar cheese on those eggs. 1 ounce cheddar cheese on those eggs. You got it? Why? Anybody know why? Because if I don't, you're going to take it later on at 12 o'clock at night. So I got to give it to you. I got to give it to you now. And don't worry about it. Get the 1 ounce. If you're a girl, 1 ounce. If you're a guy, I want 3 ounces of cheddar cheese on 12 egg whites. 3 ounces of cheddar cheese on egg whites. And just don't get the cheap cheese, not your mom's government cheese. I want some real cheddar cheese that's probably from like Whole Foods or Trader Joe's, something like that. Not garbage, a real cheddar cheese on top of that. Now, why? Why am I doing that? So I don't want to give you beef because I want to speed the metabolism up, but I need to give you something, cheddar cheese. I can control it. So whenever I do a diet, I always put things in the diet where you're going to come to a roadblock. You're going to come to a point and it's going to stop. It's going to stop at that point. So I know once we get to that point, I take that out and then your body will go ahead and go. But if I just let everything go, I'm not controlling the diet. You're not controlling the diet. So that cheese eventually will have to go, but we're going to leave it in until that day comes. And then we know we're at that point where things need to switch over. Does that make sense to you guys, what I'm saying? I'm putting it there, but I'm going to take it. But your body, when your weight starts to slow down, then I'll pull it out. And then when I pull it out, everything's going to rush through. And that's when your metabolism speeds up. Okay, now we got first meal, second meal, third meal, fourth meal was the cheddar cheese. We're only going to do 5 meals. So now we're going to do 1 more meal. Now, the cheese should satisfy you. You should feel pretty good. You should feel pretty good on the cheese. Now, when you're first starting the diet, you're going to have all these hunger cravings because you're basically detoxing. But we got a lot of carbs in there. That was the only fat meal, and it's going to stop things here. So you're going to start losing weight in here, but at a certain point, it's going to stop you. Now we're going to the last meal. I'm going fat again. So now I'm doing a fat again, and both these things fall in the same category. Salmon and steak are equal. They are on the same playing field. They are equal. And then once again, that is going to be a door that we have to get to and go through. Meaning, you're going to lose weight to a certain point. The cheese is going to slow you down, and then we'll take the cheese out, and then the salmon is going to slow you down. And then we'll take the salmon out. We'll change that salmon to a whitefish, but not until we get the cheese out of there first. Then we'll come here. Does that make sense to you guys? And then I want a lot of salmon. I want a lot, and I want it marinated, and I want it with a huge salad. I mean, a big salad. I'm talking about like a big bowl of salad. Like I want a huge salad, and I need you to get all of that salad down. Can I use salad dressing? Yeah, yes, you can. But on this salad, it has to be a fat-based dressing, not a carb-based, a fat-based dressing. So now look at what we did. We went carb, carb, carb. And then the last 2 meals, we went fat. The protein level was here to maintain and preserve the muscle, not build the muscle. And we got carb to get us through the workout. And then once we did that, now we're switching over to fat. Now, what I'm doing is this. These first 3 meals, so you're going to work out, and you're going to have your meal, and then stop. We're not going to put fuel in the tank because we're not doing any working out, okay? So that's what we're going to do. Carb, 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 fat, protein level here. Please understand this. So I need you guys to understand this. So now, these two meals, the cheese and the salmon, the fat, these are both fat meals. That's going to stop the diet. It's going to stop you from losing. It's going to stop you from losing. But when we get to that point, we'll pull out the cheese. Okay, we'll pull it out. We'll replace it with something else, not carbs. And then your body's going to start losing weight again. And then when we get to the point where we stop again, then we're going to pull out the salmon. So now we're losing weight. Now you're racing. Now you're losing weight. You done lost 30, 40 pounds just by doing that with the diet. Now, let's say we get to the point where we slow down again. What do? Let's reverse it. Now, the salmon turned into whitefish, the egg whites for egg whites only with asparagus, some type of special, Now, that fourth of cup of rice or half cup of rice in that third meal, I want that. Give me that. That's mine. What's going to happen now? Metabolism speeds up even more. Speeds up even more. So what happens is this. You're going to do your cardio, do your workout in the beginning of the day. And then once we get right here, your body's is going to want those other carbs, but the other carbs are not there, right? So then it's going to kind of like, might be a little lethargic, but you can make it through because your body know, oh, I'm getting fat here. But guess what? You took the fat out. So what does your body do? It looks for fat inside your body to be burned because you train your body to eat fat in the latter part of the day. Yes, you train your body to eat fat in the latter part of the day. So your body will chase fat down through your body, and use it for fuel because you trained it that way. You train your body to eat fat. Most of you guys you're going to fall into keto after those first 3 meals. Keto is when your body burns fat as a primary fuel source. So now you're going to be burning fat all while you're walking around, while you're at the store, even burning fat while you're sitting down watching TV because your body has to mobilize the fat to get the ketones out of it. So you're watching TV, now you're burning fat all until you have that first carb meal and then fiber one that day. So you had all those hours of burning fat like that. And hopefully you did cardio before that first meal. And now we're racing. Now we're going. So we got carb meal, and we got 3 meals with just protein and vegetables. And now you are going. You're racing. You are losing body fat like crazy. Just like when someone using an analogy. You see the running back on the field, and he breaks one tackle, and he breaks another tackle, and then he gets to the sideline. And then once he hits full stride, what happens? You can't stop him. You cannot stop him because he's full open running. He's gone. That's how your body works. So every time you cheat on your diet, that's a tackle. You might have got 1 or 2 yards, but you got tackled. That's how your body works. You get the ball, you take 3, 4 yards, and then you get tackled. But once you break out, and once you get to that point of long dieting and controlling the insulin, your body starts racing and start going. So now, we got the diet. That's the diet. We're not going to change it. Now, we may change protein sources. We may do this and this and that. But I'm telling you, that diet right there, you'll lose 70 pounds. You'll lose 70 pounds. You might play with the protein level, but don't do it. You'll lose 70 pounds. Now, let's talk about cheat meals. Well, Chris, I want a cheat meal. I need a cheat meal. It helps me focus and this and this and that, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. Okay. So what I would do, I would talk to you about a cheat meal. But now this is the issue. Now, anybody that ever bodybuilt and anytime they ever dieted, every time you have that cheat meal, isn't that the hardest day the next day to go back on your diet? Isn't that the hardest time to go back on your diet? Is after a cheat meal? And the reason is why? Why? What's why? Because the insulin, your body had too much insulin. Insulin makes you want to eat. It sends the bus to pick up the kids. And then there's more kids there. So it sends another bus, take them over, more insulin, makes you hungry, more kids, more insulin, and it's just this big blah, 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 F up. So if we do cheat, it will have to be fat-based. It can't be carb-based because we're trying to keep those carbs and that insulin in control. So that's why we cannot cheat with carbs. That's why we can't have a bunch of Haagen-Dazs. That's why we can't do that, because it's going to just make everything out of control. Okay. And it can't be pizza because it's too much cheese. It's too hormonal. Okay. It's too hormonal. That'll throw everything off. So I mean, like this, you have your cheat meal on Sunday, and then it'll take you 3-4 days to even recover from that. And by that time, you're cheating again. You understand? You're cheating again. So your cheat meal should be fat-based. What should it be, Psycho? What should my cheat meal be? If you eat beef, it should be a nice filet mignon in the latter part of the day when your body is consuming fat, not in the early, in the afternoon or night, piece of fat. And I'm telling you, it may not taste like you're doing something, but you'll eat the steak and you'll feel satisfied with the blood and all this. I know it sounds weird. You'll feel really satisfied with the steak. So when you go on your diet, you cheat with a fat meal, not a carb meal. Cheat with a fat meal, not a carb meal. Next thing, okay, you had the cheat meal, you messed up. What do you do? Okay, what do you do now? It went over the top. Do not do extra cardio. Do not do extra workouts. Don't feel bad about it. When you mess up on your diet, get up and say, wow, that was pretty good. Now let me get back on my meal, resuming whatever meal I'm supposed to. Just don't try to fix it. Tell yourself, okay, you enjoyed it, blah, 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 and move away from it. So that's the diet. Let's get into supplements. You guys ready? Let's get into supplements. Okay. Now, we got 150 pounds to lose, 100 pounds to lose. We don't want to do steroids. I'll allow a little caffeine in your coffee, but I don't want to do Sims. Now, why do I not want to do Sims? Because I'm going to need them to get that last 20 pounds off of you at the other end. I'm going to need those later. So I'm not going to play my hand and throw everything at you. And then we got to lose 20 pounds before your photo shoot, and we can't get the 20 pounds off. So no stems. So let's go. What are we going to do? We're going to do L-carnitine right before your morning fasted cardio. We're going to do CLA right before your morning cardio. We're going to do baby aspirin right before you go to bed. And we're going to start with those two things, L-carnitine and CLA, both non-stems. Because if you're 150 pounds overweight, you got 80 pounds to lose, most likely your blood pressure is running high. And when your blood pressure is running high, it's one thing where you get used to feeling like crap. And what it is, you won't work out as hard because your blood pressure is high. You won't do as much cardio because your blood pressure is high. And you might say, well, Chris, my blood pressure isn't that high. Yeah, it is. Trust me. It is high for what you're doing. So let's decrease the blood pressure. Let's get that down. Okay. So now we got the cardio. That's going to be fasted cardio. Now CLA and L-carnitine, we're going to take that 3 times a day with food, because we don't want your body to just excrete it. So you're going to take those with meal. We're going to do fasted 1, and then we'll do meal 2, then we'll do meal 3, and then we'll do right before you go to bed. It's a non-stem. It's not going to keep you up. But what it will do, it'll be in your system when you go in the morning, and that cardio can help you mobilize the fat. L-carnitine and CLA works really well in your calorie deficit. Now, CLA, that's that stubborn old fat, those love handles, that lower stomach. And I'm telling you, it takes about 2 months or 8-9 weeks to actually get into your system. But you don't have to load it, but you cannot miss it. You make sure you do it. You have to be on it all the time. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm telling you, will lose a lot of weight. Now, let's say we're doing that for 5-6 weeks. Hydroxycuts makes another non-stem. I think Chessboard just dropped that in there right now. We'll integrate that one. Now, do me a favor. Don't start the hydroxycut here. Start it in here. Add it here. Don't throw everything on the fire just when you start. Wait a little bit and then start implementing more things in there. That's what you want to do. Even in dieting for bodybuilding, we're not talking about that. It's the same thing. Do not throw everything you got at a problem. Have your reserve, just like you're fighting a battle. Send these guys in, then those guys, and those guys. And you have to do it like that. Don't hit everything too hard. Just kind of like that, and only do as much. I would wait to 6 to 7 weeks before I started the non-stem hydroxy cuts. Now, mind you, I said nothing about clenbuterol. I said nothing about T3. I said nothing about steroids, because those things, if you're 100 pounds overweight or you're 80 pounds overweight, will only complicate the matter. It's only going to make things work. It is not going to help you. It's not. You do not want steroids in a fat person. You don't want that. You don't want oils integrated in, mixing in with it. It's just going to complicate the situation. Do this the most holistic way as possible. And I'm telling you, you will feel really good and this will work. Now, we got the diet. Now let's go to the cardio and the workout, because now everything that we did here, now what I'm talking about now, that's going to put the cherry on top and what you guys really, people are going to be like, wow, man, you lost so much weight. Man, you came down. Wow, that's amazing. So number one, we're 100 pounds overweight, 80 pounds overweight, 150 pounds overweight. We're going to do fasted cardio. And we're going to do fasted cardio. And we're doing it old school. We don't need no heart rate monitor. We don't need that kind. We have to get that scientific, because we got a lot of ass we got to lose. So we don't got to be worried about where your heart rate at. What we need constant movement, and we need you sweating. So I don't want to see you on the treadmill with your booty shorts on and your short sleeve tank top. I want to see you with the hoodie on, over your head, long pants. And like I'm telling you, if you're that heavy, get weekly pedicures. What? Weekly pedicures. Do you know why? Because once you blow those feet out, once you get calluses on your feet, once you get blisters on your feet, you're not going to be doing too much cardio. That's going to shut everything down. So trust me, go somewhere and get weekly pedicures. Make sure your nails are good. Make sure your feet are clean. And make sure you got good socks and a good walking shoe. The shoes that you do cardio in, do not use them on the treadmill. When you work out, when you go to the treadmill, take off your shoes, put on your Asics, and then you walk or do sprints or whatever in those shoes. When you're done with that, sit on the edge of the treadmill and take those freaking shoes off and put them in your bag. But what's the big deal? Because when you're uncomfortable, you are not going to want to do cardio. You're not going to want to do it. So I'm telling you, take care of your feet, take care of your shoes, and stay warm. So now we got the cardio. Now let's go to the workout. So now remember when I said about the bodybuilder, you don't use weights to burn muscle. Yeah, you don't use weight to lose body fat. You don't use weights to lose body. Remember I said that? Once again, I'm saying the same thing. You do not use weights to get cut. You don't do that. But what I'm going to say is this. You do superset. You do superset and then you giant set. You do superset and then you giant set. Superset and then you giant set. Now, for instance, let's be specific. What are you going to do? So now what we got to do is this. Or how long you do cardio for? Let's start with 30 minutes, and then we're going to increase it every week by 10 minutes. So 30 minutes the first week, 40 minutes the next, like that. We're going to slowly increase it. And if let's say we're using a treadmill, we're going to walk uphill. Now, if we're doing 30 minutes, I want to see you do 10 minutes on the treadmill, 10 minutes on the stair mill, and then 10 minutes on the elliptical, because interval cardio burns more fat all over your body when you do different types of cardio. Your body will get kind of like, so you're going treadmill, not bike, treadmill, step mill, and then we're doing the elliptical, okay? Those are the three. And then every week we're going to increase it more and more. We're doing cardio every day. We're doing cardio 7 days a week. We're not doing weight 7 days a week. We're doing cardio 7 days a week. All right, hold the questions because I don't want to lose my train of thought. I didn't make many notes, so let me kind of get through this. So now let's get to the workout. So this is what we're going to do. Day one. This is going to be after your rest day. You're going to rest. You're going to rest on Sunday. You will do your cardio, but you're going to rest on Sunday. And we may or may not change the diet depending on how you do. because we might need to dump those carbs out on those days because we're not working out, so we don't need those carbs. So we might want to dump those carbs out. Okay, that's a maybe. If we're losing weight and everything is good, we're gonna leave the carbs in there, but we might want to dump those carbs out on Sunday, your rest day. You will do fasted cardio on rest day because what we need to do, 21 days, it becomes a habit. So we can't do 6 days rest, 6 days rest. It has to be 21 days, it becomes a habit. So we have to do that. The magic number is 21. So we're going to do cardio, and we may or may not, depending on who the person is, if we need to dump out those carbs on Sunday, your rest day, because we don't need them because we're not working out that day. We're not lifting weights. We don't need carbs when we lift weights. Now, you should, if everything's going right, you will lose weight on Sunday. You will lose weight on Sunday. You will definitely lose weight on Sunday on your rest day, because the body won't be as inflamed. You'll lose water. And especially if we take those carbs out, your body's going to look for fat and it's going to mobilize fat. So now, back to the workout. Please forgive me for jumping around. Now, what we're going to do is this. Now, let's just say you want to look like something at the end of this 100-pound weight loss or 80-pound weight loss. You want to look like something, okay? Don't really focus on that. Don't focus on a six-pack. Just worry about getting everything down. But what you want to do is this. You have to superset or giant set. So what we'll do incline bench press, 12 to 15 reps. And then we'll get up and then we'll do a cable fly, 12 to 15 reps. And then what we'll do hamstrings. Why? Because I want to pull all the blood up and then pull it all the way back down, and pull all the way up and pull it all the way back down. Now, what you're going to do, you're going to do that circuit right there. Now, you'll rest a minute, 40 seconds, 30 seconds in between sets, and then you'll hit it again. Boom. Incline press, cable fly, lying leg curl. Incline press, cable fly, lying leg curls, 15 reps each. And you're going to wait about 45 seconds, 35 seconds, and then you're going to hit it again. Watch your form. We're not just jerking around weight, but we do have constant motion, and I want to see you covered up. Only thing I want to see is your head and your hands. I don't want to see any ankles. I don't want to see any elbows. I don't want to see your bicep. I want you covered up, okay? Somebody comes up to you, hey, Chris, what's going on? Oh, it's all good, man. Everything's good. You keep moving. Now, you got to remember, why do we keep moving? Fat is burned inside of moving muscle. Now, what if you stop for a few minutes, you have a little conversation with somebody, you blew it. Remember the football player? We got to get to that sideline, and once we get there, we're going for the touchdown. Every time you stop and talk to somebody, you got tackled. You got tackled. You got tackled. Going there on a mission. Boom, 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 boom. What you gonna do? Now we did that. Now let's go flat bench. Okay. Let's do flat bench. Let's do lat pull down, and let's do leg extensions. Once again, top, bottom, top, bottom. Everybody got that? That's the whole thing. Top, bottom. We do that. We do that circuit, 7-8 sets, 15 reps. Now we got a real good sweat going. Now we got a real good sweat going. Now we go in there. Now we're doing this. Now, if you really want to bump this up a notch and you really want to lose weight, make this your maintenance and then get on that treadmill and walk for 45 minutes to an hour. You ain't got to run. You ain't got to do sprints because your body is already hot. And your first step on that treadmill, you are in the fat burning zone. The first step, you're in the fat burning zone. Okay. So the workout is this: top, bottom, top, bottom. So it could be chest, it could be back, and then it could be hamstrings, or it could be shoulders, and it could be chest, and then it could be quads. Very simple. Top, bottom. That's the first 2 days. Now, the other 2 days, we're going to switch over. We're going to go bottom, bottom, top. Now, these workouts, you don't have to crush the muscle. You're not trying to like obliterate the muscle, because remember, you want to come back tomorrow and be able to hit those quads again. So you're not trying to crush the muscle. Trust me, we're not a bodybuilder yet because you're 100-pound overweight. You are not a bodybuilder yet because you are 100 pounds overweight. You are not a bodybuilder yet because you're 100 pounds overweight. Trust me, don't worry about doing bodybuilding style or powerlifting style workouts. Don't worry about that. I want everybody in the gym to see you go boom, 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 and then boom, 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 boom. And then you get on that treadmill and you walk for 45 minutes. I promise you, the first month you're gonna be down 30 pounds. I promise you. From the information I gave you right there in the workout, you will be down 30 pounds. I promise you that. There is no way the weight will be able to stay on. Okay. Now we're going to the second month. Okay. We're down 30 pounds. Now we're only 70 pounds overweight. Now here's the problem. People are complimenting you. Girls are talking to you. Guys are talking to you. Okay. Focus. Let's stay right here. This is my goal. This is where I'm going. I'm not there yet. Everybody on your bumper, everybody telling you you're great, this and this and that. And that's, if you ask my clients, I never tell them anything positive. I only tell them what they're reminding what their goal is. I never say, man, you look good. Maybe the day after the show. But then we right back to work. For instance, Terrence, right now, I tell him today, oh, dude, you only got 10 more months to go pro. You only got 10 more months. We don't do 15-week preps. We do 12-month preps. So every workout has to be that way. So I'm telling you, if you tell yourself you're going to lose 100 pounds, and I don't care if you lost 95 pounds, you still have not reached your goal. Do not lift. Do not back off. Stay focused and keep going. And I'm telling you, every day that goes by that you complete what I said, you get one step closer to your goal and you actually speed it up. Now, people, your loved ones, your wife, your husband, unfortunately, this is going to happen. When your husband see you losing all this weight, he may get a little insecure. It happens. Trust me. 33 years of doing this, the husband and the wife are always the worst enemies for this weight loss because they get really insecure. So reassure them, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to go to the gym and meet somebody. Yes, I'm getting more attention. Yes, blah, 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 this and that. But stay focused. Stay focused. Stay head on. Stay right there. Don't lift. In fact, once you see something's working, do like millionaires. When they start making money, they step on the gas harder. When you see that you're losing weight, you tighten up on those meals. You tighten up on how you want to do things. You tighten up on the workout. You're on time. And everything's going to fall into place. Now, I know I made this sound incredibly simple. So what I'm going to do on IG, I'm going to open this up to questions. If you guys could, and then we'll go back and forth. We'll take some questions on IG, and then we'll go back to YouTube and take questions there. Anything that you guys have missed is actually on the YouTube channel. I'm going to save it there, but I just wanted to be on different platforms. I don't think that the actual TikTok worked, but let's go. This is water. I'm drinking water. Okay, let's get some questions going. Questions, here we go. And I'll take questions from both. So this is some questions. All right, let's get some questions off the screen here. Let's see what we got. Okay, 2 days top, then 40. Yeah, 2 days. Yeah, 2 days top. Do 45 minutes to an hour cardio. Okay. You know, and what if you do that pre-workout before, you don't have to like kill the cardio. You don't have to be beating yourself up where you're like that. The wind sprints, they'll come later on when we get a plateau. But right now, just get the hour done. You're gonna sweat. Okay, you're gonna sweat. Okay, next question. Rate of speed on the treadmill and Stairmaster. Now that's different for everybody. Let's do with the old ideology where you're walking and you can talk, but you don't want to talk. You don't want to talk. Now, if you're sitting on the treadmill and somebody's there and you're going too slow. That's too slow. Let's bump it up a little bit. Okay. Now let's do this thing on the treadmill. Don't hold on. Let go. Let your hands go. Do not hold on. Okay. That's very important. I'm not talking, you got to leave a little balance here and there. Do that, but do not hold on. Slow the treadmill down and don't hold on. Because I want your heart rate up, but I want you moving as slow as possible. So I want a high heart rate, but not moving really fast. So if you're holding on, you're going to have to cut the speed up to get what you want to go. So don't do that. Next question. Yeah. Let's get some questions. I'm sorry. I'll do another live after this one, but let me do this because that guy that I talked to today, he really touched me, and I really wanted this information is basically just for him and his trainer. And I really want this information out there for him. Okay. Am I adding abs in there anywhere? Sure. You can superset. You can throw abs in with a combo. Yes, you can. There's nothing wrong with that. But we're not doing abs to build them. We're just actually working all the muscles. Because remember, fat is burned inside of moving muscle, and we're just trying to keep the muscle where it won't atrophy. Psycho doesn't do macros. I don't do macros. I don't do macros. If I say I want you to have brown rice, I do. I don't want you to have the same amount of calories from white rice. All carbs are not the same, and I know a lot of high up people think calories is the same, but a Snickers bar and brown rice in the same amount of calories are not the same. They're not. So you take a Snickers bar, which it has peanuts, it has fat, it has salt, and you take brown rice and avocado and sea salt with the same, it is this will make you live longer and this will kill you. They are not the same. I do not do macros. If it fits your macros, I don't do that. Next question. Oh, how do you configure with arms? So basically like this, you would combine back with tricep and you would combine chest with bicep. You would never do back and bicep superset. So it would be a bicep and then a chest press, or it would be a lat pull down with a tricep. It's all, you would not do the same because you're not working the same muscle. And the reason we're jumping around is because we're burning up all the glycogen or the APT that's in the muscle. And then while we're doing this, your body is mobilizing the fat back into the muscle in the form of APT to actually do the process over again. If we did 100 sets of lat pull down, we would burn the muscle. It'd be muscle burning muscle. So that's why we got to go boom, boom, boom to 3 different things. Next question. How many times should abs be worked per week? Let's go 3 times. And basically, we're doing that so we want to get your core strong, because I'm thinking about pitfalls. If you're 100 pounds overweight, most of that weight is sitting in your butt and sitting in front of your body. All that pressure pulling your back, we may get a problem where the back starts getting sore. So I'm just basically doing the abs to keep your core strong. Next question. Top, bottom, what does what to the blood? It's not about what it does to the blood. It increases your metabolism, because what you're doing, you're pulling all that blood up to the top of your body, and then you go back to hamstrings or quads, and you're pulling all that back to the bottom of your body. So it makes you burn fat better, instead of just doing all upper body. What if the weight is on your stomach and nowhere else? Doesn't make a difference. It's still going to apply to what we're talking about. You still have to work the reason that you're working all of your body, because your body, let's talk about fat. Fat is released and it's looking for moving muscle. It doesn't matter if the muscle's moving in your arm or your shoulder or your back or your buttocks. Once it finds moving muscle to go in, it goes in. So once you're in that calorie deficit and you're losing fat, so the fat from your stomach is released and is looking for moving muscle. You would not only work abs to bring your stomach down, you work the whole body. If you're working the whole body, there's more places for the fat to be burned. So once we're doing arms and we're doing quads and we're doing calves, those are 3 spots that your body can actually burn fat instead of just one. So that's why we're doing boom, 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 or boom, 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 boom. That's why we're doing that. Next question. Is it true if women lose weight faster if they work out early in the morning? That's everybody, not just women, it's everybody. Let me use an analogy. You got your job. Let's say I owe you money. What's up, D? My nephew's here. So let's say I owe you $1,000. I owe you $1,000, and I also owe tech support $1,000. I owe Terrence $1,000, and I owe my nephew $1,000. When do you want your money? You want your money first, or you want it after I pay them? You want your money first. So that's the same thing about working out in the morning. You're gonna expend X amount of calories that day. You're gonna lose X. You're gonna burn X amount of calories that day. So if you do it in the morning, you burnt 2,000 calories, or you burnt 2,500 calories. Now, when you go to work, you have to go there. You're gonna burn calories there. When you pick the kids up from school and get them ready for tomorrow and clean the house, all this is gonna be done. If you flip that and you did all of this and then try to go to the gym, come on. What are the chances I'm gonna get that 2,000 calories out of you? Slim to none, because you're tired and I gotta pull and try to get it out of you. I want mine first. I want my calories first. So that's why it's always best to get this knocked out early in the morning. Does that make sense? Get it done early in the morning. Everybody else is gonna get theirs. So don't go to the gym 10 o'clock at night after you put the kids to bed, because trust me, it's gonna be a long, hard workout trying to do it at night. Next question. Yes, I do. So do I do diabetic plans? Of course I do. Yes, I do. And I also can tell you what medicine you should talk to your doctor. So right now, so let you guys know this isn't about money. Even if you're pre-diabetic, you need to go on Lantus insulin. Talk to your doctor about it. If you're pre-diabetic, your A1C is rising up, go on Lantus insulin right away, because that may save you from becoming diabetic, okay? Hold on. Sorry about that. No big deal. No, I did. All right, sorry about that, people. I lost Instagram. I'm putting it back up. So as I was saying, so somebody asked about diabetes, and this is real important, because if you're 100 pounds overweight, you're 150 pounds overweight, trust me, diabetes is coming. It's coming. So we got to handle that. So here we go. Let's let people log back on. So I'm going to save this live. If you missed something, please go back and watch it. So we're talking about diabetes now. It may not apply to you guys. It may not apply to you guys, but it can apply to your dad, your mom, your grandparents, or someone you know. And even this information I'm giving right now, it's going to store in your brain. And if you ever come to certain things, you'll remember what I told you. Okay, so now, so do I do diabetic plans? Of course I do. So what I'm doing now, I'm going to give some medicines that you need to talk to your doctor and you need to get your hands on. So Lantus insulin, and what you need to do, it's a 12-hour insulin. If you're diabetic, it's only going to work about 10 hours, 8 hours, and you're going to fall off. That's a basal insulin, and it gives you, it's supposedly 12 hours of protection, but it don't last 12 hours. It'll give you 10, 8 of insulin. So then you're going to need another insulin, but don't do that. Go with a Similac pen. Now that's a glucose disposal. So what it is, you're going to eat it, take it every time you have a meal. It's not insulin, because remember, too much insulin will make you fat. Too much insulin will make you fat. Too much insulin will make you fat. And this is why a lot of diabetics have these huge stomachs, because it's intramuscular fat, too much insulin. That is why some bodybuilders have a huge stomach, because insulin, too much fat. Okay? So too much insulin, it makes you fat. So now, so what you're gonna do, next thing you go, Vigpen, called Victoza, it calls Victoza. Now what that is, that works with the glucagon, and it's gonna dispose deep down in the pancreas, it's gonna eliminate the glucagon. So once again, now glucagon is the precursor to glucose. It's called glucagon. So those three things is what you're gonna need if you're diabetic. Talk to your doctor, bring those up. Similan pen, Lantus natural, it's a natural basal insulin, and Victoza. Talk to your doctor, get on those three things, get back with me. If you need me to DM me, I can tell you the exact wordage to use on the doctor to tell him how to give you those. Because if the doctor doesn't know them, he'll say, no, take metformin. Do not take metformin. Don't take metformin. It's trash, it's garbage. Next question. Okay, for the overweight diet, what can you drink throughout the day since you're coming off sugar? So you don't want to do stevia. And the only time you can do stevia if it's infused in a product. So like, let's say like a Diet Coke, it has stevia and it's already in the product. That won't raise blood sugar levels. But if you take the package of Equal, that will spike your blood sugar level and it's going to create too much hunger. So you kind of want to stay away from that. Now, although I don't promote this, a Diet Coke will be okay. Other than that, stick to water. You can get this thing called monk fruit. It's a sweetener. It's called monk fruit. And if something is sweetened with monk fruit, you can have that as well. Next question. Now, would I recommend black coffee for a person that's overweight? I'm going to say no. Before the workout, yes, but not before the cardio. Because remember, you don't want anything to trigger your pancreas producing insulin, because once insulin is in your stomach, you can't burn body fat. So I only want water, not even flavored water, only water before that fasted cardio. Because how would you feel if you took coffee and then your body triggered it, it produced insulin, and you're doing this cardio for 2 months, and you find out you're not burning any fat during that time. Now you lost weight because you're in a calorie deficit, but you didn't burn any fat. That'll kind of tick you off a little bit, right? Yeah. So let's stay away from that. Let's go just water. Like I said, your body will adapt. You don't need a stimulant. Now you already got the natural fat burners in there. Let's do that. No coconut water. No. Look, monk fruit, things sweetened with monk fruit. I would do 1 Diet Coke a day, and the rest would be water. Okay, that's it. Next question. Now, is blood sugar the same as A1C test? No. An A1C test is a combination of different tests combined to come up with a number. Blood sugar test is only checking how much glucose is in the bloodstream. Okay. No Crystal Light. No Crystal Light. The reason why, it tastes sweet. So I'm telling you, if you're 100 pounds overweight, if you're really heavy, your body, something's wrong with the insulin. You're taking in too many calories, or something's wrong with your thyroid. Everybody that heavy, I'm trusting, something's wrong with your insulin. It's making too much, it's being triggered. So if you drink Crystal Light, your brain tastes it as sweet, and it could produce more insulin. It can make insulin even when it's not necessary. So I would stay away from that. Now, let's say, Chris, I gotta have the Crystal Light. Go to CVS or your local drugstore, buy a glucose meter, drink 3 glasses of Crystal Light, wait 10 minutes, and check your blood sugar. Check it before and then check it after. If it doesn't spike your blood sugar, you can have it. If it does, I wouldn't do it. Next question. If you must have it. Is alkaline water okay? Now, you guys do know alkaline water in a bottle is only good for 24 hours. You guys do understand that. Once you go buy 3 jugs of alkaline water and you take it home and it's been in that jug for 24 hours, it's just regular water. You guys do understand that, right? You do understand that. Now, alkaline water is really good to drink on an empty stomach in the morning, but you would need a filter. Bottled water, alkaline bottled water is nothing but water. It just costs more money. You understand that? Next question. Now, can you have normal blood sugar and still be pre-diabetic or diabetic? It's diabetics throughout the day. Their sugar may be good, but if you eat something and it don't fall under 115 or 110 or 100 an hour after eating something, something is wrong. So you just because you check it at 5 o'clock on an empty stomach and you're good, if you eat something, eat 3-4 meals and check it at 10 o'clock and your blood sugar is 200, 9 times 10, you're diabetic. After 1 hour of eating, your blood sugar should be under 120, 115. A bodybuilder, it should be under 100 when you wake up, and then the highest it should go be around 110, 115. If you up in the 130s and 140s, you're pre-diabetic. I'm sorry, I don't care what the doctor tell you. You're pre-diabetic. Next question. What about amino drinks after cardio? Unnecessary. Oh my God. What about amino drinks during fasted cardio? Once again, amino drinks taste sweet. So your body may recognize that as sugar and increase and produce insulin, and then you can't lose any fat during that time. So I would avoid them at all costs. Trust me. You don't want to be doing cardio for 3-4 months and then you find out, and you find out that you haven't been doing fasted cardio. You've been doing cardio, but you haven't been burning fat during that time. I cannot tell you how many times I train people, and then we get to a point, and I can run everything down, and I go, "What are you drinking during your cardio?" "Oh, nothing, just water." And I ask them, and they say that's it. I ask them again, "Are you sure?" "Well, I mean, I put a little Crystal Light in there, but not too much." "Okay, do me a favor, take it out for 4 days, and then they lose 10 pounds. Okay, so avoid it. Next question. What's the use for baby aspirin for a bed? Now you know. Oops. All right, sorry. What's the use of bringing baby aspirin before bed? It's going to thin your blood out. It's going to make you feel better, and it's going to raise up your body temperature. When you do that fasted cardio morning, you're going to fall in the fat burning phase a lot faster. Next question. Let's see. All right, check this out. I think you guys got that. I'm going to save this live. I'm going to cancel the YouTube here, and then I'm going to let's see if I'm doing this right.